You know how every founder dreams of having that one assistant, the kind who never sleeps, remembers every single thing you've ever said and answers customers instantly, and somehow knows exactly what your business needs next? Well, OpenAI might have just built that assistant for you. What's crazier is that you can hire and train as many of these assistants without writing a single line of code. Today, we're breaking down OpenAI's new agent builder, what it is, why people are calling it the YC killer, and what it means for non-technical founders trying to build tech. So what is the agent builder? So before we get into that, we have to talk about what agentic AI is. Agentic AI is software that has the capacity to interact with the quote-unquote real world. And it does this through a function known as tool calling, where it calls different software and interacts with them. So that could be your calendar, your Gmail, your Notes app, whatever. What OpenAI has done with the agent builder is create an interface that makes it very, very easy for people to go and build their own AI agents. And the most valuable thing here is that it lets you program the workflow and the decision-making action workflow of that agent at a very granular level. So you can have an agent that basically is an expert on your company's documentation, and you can train it on that, and you can build a workflow where it responds to your customers' queries instantly, for example. So with OpenAI's agent builder, you, without writing a single line of code, can create as many of these assistants or agents as you need. You just need to tell it who it is, what it does, and what it should know, as well as how you want it or what tools it's allowed to interact with, and hit a button, and that agent will be available for you to do with as you please. So why is it that everybody's calling it the YC killer? When people are saying YC killer, they're not saying that OpenAI is going to literally kill Y Combinator. What they mean is OpenAI might just have built something that makes hundreds of AI startups obsolete pretty much overnight. Here's why. A ton of YC-backed startups build tools that do one thing. Automate tasks, build AI chatbots, create agents, whatever it is. But if OpenAI gives everyone a no-code platform that does all of those things, then those companies lose the technological moat that they've had. That doesn't mean they don't have moats in other places, whether that's network effects or relationships or partnerships, but the technological moat disappears. They lose their edge on that front. What companies will ask is, why pay for fancy AI automation software when you can build your own agents in-house on OpenAI for a few bucks? In short, OpenAI isn't just enabling startups anymore, it's competing with them. So it's not just a product release, it's a platform shift. So why does this matter for non-technical founders? So number one, it's the democratization of technology. You don't need a complete tech team for version 1 of your product, especially at the validation stage. You can really quickly spin up a prototype or an MVP, put it out in the market, and see if people are willing to buy or if people are willing to use it and give feedback. Eventually, you will need to hire technical teams to make that into a more production-ready product, but this allows you to validate quickly and eliminate bad ideas before you're investing that kind of money. It's incredibly accessible. So in terms of pricing, it will cost a few dollars a month to build this. And with it, you can build everything from MVPs to micro SaaS to automation side hustles, really like a whole range of potential software applications for this. Even if you're using it for like personal use and to get rid of like some of the more repetitive tasks that you personally have to do. Yeah, and the final thing is that it's really made for non-technical founders. So there's very little technical complexity or overhead that you need to consider. It's super intuitive, very easy to use, very easy to pick up, and with even a cursory level of understanding of how decision making and programming happens, you're able to build really complex workflows. So some real world use cases for these kinds of tools are customer support agents that can, answer customer queries following your brand's tone and voice in your company documentation, sales assistants that can connect to your CRM, pull in the data, do personalized research, and then send out follow-up emails or send out outreach to prospects. Business analyst agents, so that connect to your company database and connect to Power BI or any other, business intelligence tool, and are able to build a dashboard with a few lines of verbal prompts, right? So really, like, the world is your oyster. There are so many different options for you to do. The only limitation is what kind of software or what kind of tools you're able to connect with. And because of MCP, there's a whole community of open source MCP servers available for pretty much every software product that you can think of. So how do you use it today? Now, it's not perfect yet. This agentic builder is not going to replace full stack applications or complex custom software. If your idea needs heavy, unique UI, deeply integrated backend systems, you still need developers, right? But for basic logic, workflows, automations, validation level tools, it's already going to change the game. It's a new starting line for founders. So, instead of, if you were non-technical, your only option was to find a technical resource. Now that's no longer the case. With tools like this Builder N8N or LangGraph, you can build your own agentic AI workflows very easily. So this is a really, really valuable tool in the arsenal of every non-technical founder. It will help you not only make your life easier by automating some of the repetitive tasks that you have, but also let you create tools, whether they're micro SaaS or even more complex workflow automations, and test them out against the market and see if your idea has legs.